Hello friends, today we are going to learn real-time database in our iOS app using the Swift. So here is the website where you can find the all relative information regarding the real-time database, like available languages and supports are all things are available in the very well written documentation on the website. You can check on this website. This this database is really very fast and scalable and easy to use. This is the realm studio, and these all are the platforms which are using the realm database, like BBC, Amazon, Google, Red Bull. These are the supported languages. Okay, now here is the documentation that how we can implement this or start this in our mobile app. So we will use this using the Cocoa pod, and these are the queries and code base that reference code base that we will use in our demo. So guys, let's create a new project. Enter the project name. Save into the desired directory. Okay, so guys, I have created this basic template so that we can use this demo or start this demo as soon as possible without taking much time. So I have set up this initial implementation of view controllers with a few buttons and input fields and a table. So this is the very basic app template for our use, so that we will not take or consume the more time to setting up the project or other things. And then after this we will use Cocoa pod. So we will initialize the Cocoa pod in our project. So here is our project directory. Go to the terminal and navigate to the directory. Okay. Init ports, you can check port file must be there. It takes few seconds. Yeah, so here is the port file. So first copy this port from here and paste this port dependency to our port file. Let's copy first. Okay, just paste this file here, this port here. Now go to the back. So guys, this will take time while for the downloading the port files from the server. So now I'm skipping this process, and once this process is completed, we will start our demo. I'm skipping this from here. So guys, we have installed all port dependencies in our project. So now our directory look like this. So I have set up all the initial code for our tutorial. So let's go to our code. So here is our code. So I have set up all things for you here already, so that our video will not going to the longer. Here is the project structure. I can start from the storyboard. We need only two view controllers. First, where we can submit the student entry, like we are taking an example of the student in student records, where we can insert a record for the student, and we can fetch that student records on this screen. This is the table to show the student record, and here is the simple view controller with the few text fields like student name, student standard, and student age, and student address. Here is the save button, and here is the show record button. Basically, show record button we take on this screen. Here we will fetch the record from our real-time database, and then when we click on this button, this view controller, student record view controller, will dismiss, and we will come back to the this screen. Okay, and for the save button, we will take the all input from this screen and insert that record into the our real-time database in the form of a student object. So here this is the real-time documentation. All queries are written in the well manner on this screen. So we are taking a reference from here, and now in our code we have set up another class for the fetching and inserting the all queries related to the real-time database in a separate class, and we are basically following the MVVM design pattern. So we have taken a view model here, this one. So we have this real-time view model. For this view model will be responsible for the all kind of operations related to the real-time database, like inserting a record, fetching, filtering, all kinds of things we are doing on this in this class. And here we have few helper methods, like we have implemented real-time view model delegate, and here extension protocol for making these methods optionals. So what will happen here, the real-time, first you need to import the real-time Swift module, and then Here is a variable for the realm. Now here is the record function to insert a record into the database, and through this delegate we will notify to our class. We can also handle the like if error or failure using this method we have implemented here, but we are not going for the long, so I'm taking the things very basic and simple. So for now I have created three methods, one for the saving records, one to the fetching records, and for third one is to record a delete a record. So coming to the point, I'm taking you on a view controllers on here. This one, this is our first view controller. This one, where these are the four input fields. Here style like it's it toast. I have not taken any alert or action sheet. I have taken this, this is the third party. You can see in this screen in our pod file. This one, this is totally optional. You want to use this or not, so it totally depends on you, because I don't want to implement alert, so I have taken this. So this is our instance variable for the view model, real view model, where we have set up delegate or instance. In this record method, when we hit this button, all information from these fields we are taking here, this one from here, and assigning this student. So we have a student object here, and that student object we are inserting into our realm database using this method. So once record is successfully updated, this delegate method we will notify us on here. So once we have received a confirmation on this method, we are going to clear all these four fields and showing a record, like a record saved in DB successfully, or anything you want. Okay, and then on our next screen, like a show record, we have a table, and same here the that toast and realm module, and as cell identifier, and a array for the students, and last selected index, like which index you want to delete. So we are taking a reference of the index, so we don't need to fetching record all times when we delete a single item, so that in behalf of the last object we will remove that object from the local so it's variable. We are not fetching record again and again from the database for a deletion. So this is the basically initial setup, where we have set the delegate, data source, and register the name for our table view. So this is very basic simple implementation. So here are the, you can check delegate and data source method of the table view, and here these are the delegate method from this real view model. So when you come on this screen, in view did appear, we are fetching the records. So when we are fetching this record from here using this realm instance, we fetches all student. If you have like other objects like dog, animal, peoples, you can create that and fetch using the that type of that class and using that self. So when we are going to the student, this class, so we have this class, student class, where we are taking four variables, like first name, standard, age, and address, and also we have to import the realm Swift module and inherit it from the object. Okay, so this is the student model. If you want to create any other model, you can simply create like this, like people. So we have another model people. If you want to store here, like you can simply fetch the all peoples here. And about regarding the queries, uh, delete this from here. Okay, the queries, all queries are mentioned on the this realm documentation. Like you can filter like this, you can update records like this, and you can do update and insertion on the same time like this. So all things are written very well on this documentation on site of the realm.io. This is the realm studio to browse your database in a graphical user interface. This is available for the Mac, Linux, and Windows. So now uh, let me run this first. So this is our application realm. So here we can make an entry for the student, like I'm doing this. uh, Rahul and uh, 20 years. New Delhi. Save the record. Here is the toast that we have discussed earlier. Now if you want to show the entries, these are entries. First this I insert like for my testing, and this Rahul we have added just now. And if you want to delete this John, simply go to this delete. So record has been deleted. This is the show record. For the delete we have done this. So you can check in our DB model we have a method delete, and this is the object we have taken using the index path, and we have deleted this. Once this is deleted, we are notifying using this delegate. So this delegate here, this one first, this one for the fetching the record. Once we coming this screen, we fetches the records. And this is the basically uses we are using a single class, so we don't need to rewrite a code again and again. Simply use this model and do this thing anywhere in your entire the application. So fetching record, and once fetching all record are fetched, this method notifies you, so you can do your code here. And if you don't found any record, show this toast, or if you found the record, reload the table and show all records on the table. And same, if you delete anything, simply show this test toast and remove that object into your local array uh, from this one using this index. Or if you want to query from your database, you can simply instead of this line, you can do this method again, this method. So I don't want to query every time or every deletion, so that's why I have taken this reference, this one, and I have deleted this. So guys, this is the very simple implementation for the realm database. If you want to like filtering, sorting, anything you want to do, simply write your methods or all implementation in this class, and use this class anywhere in your application. So this is the benefits of the making modules. So if you want to, or your friend, colleague, anyone want to use realm, simply you drag and drop this file into your application and start using within the minutes. Or if you need any help regarding this is the very well written documentation from the realm site, so you can go through this and uh, take a reference from this website. So if you like my video, so guys, please like, share this video, and also subscribe my channel. And if you have any query, you can post a comment into this video into the comment section. And also this complete source code will be available into the video description. Link will be available into the description. So if you have any query, please post your comment in the comment section. Thanks for sharing. Uh, thanks for the watching this video. Thank you. Bye bye.